day one. It is leg day. It's my favorite day. And if you think I created a body weight workout that's not gonna push you, oh man, you're wrong, because this one totally annihilated me, and I have some very, very hard moves that we will definitely work within the hypertrophy rep range on, and I have lots of variations too. You'll need for this just a towel, and if you have bands, that's even better. But we're gonna start with just a general warm-up first. So do a 5-minute cardio warm-up. I have a Stairmaster. I'm fortunate enough to, if you have spin bike, if you just want to go briskly walking outside, I just want to elevate general body temperature 5 to 10 minutes. That's all you need to do. Then we're going to go into one round of a continuous circuit to warm up all muscle groups that we're going to be working. A lot of the movements jump straight into heavy loading, so I don't want you to just jump into those without doing an adequate warm-up first. So I want you to do 20 body weight squats. Getting in depth, control the movement. I want you producing torque with your legs, of trying to drive your feet outward with your heels. Try to activate your glutes and the lateral aspect of your quad doing those. Then moving straight into 20 total steps of body weight lunges, keeping the torso upright, stepping down with the knee almost touching to the ground, and move through those continuously. From there, we're gonna go straight to 20 hip thrusts. You can do these on the ground. You could even put your back against the couch if you want a little bit more range of motion. Idea here is trying to really get up, get a hard glute contraction. If that's just way too easy for you, you can do single leg. Push one leg out, hit single leg, and do them that way. But we really want to put a lot of good contraction and bring some blood into the glutes and hams for this movement. The next one we're going to go straight into is side lunges. So get down into a squat position and just side step back and forth. You have limited space, that's okay. Take one step to the side, one step back, and just keeping low the entire time. And so that will be our continuous warm-up that we're going to do, and we're going to get into our first loading set for quads. And the first one I have is brutally hard from a muscular standpoint, also from a flexibility and balance standpoint too. So we're going to do a pistol squat. And for a pistol squat, it's going to be a single leg squat. I want you to put load on the heel and outside of your foot while you're doing these, and you're going to extend the non-used leg just out in front of you. Drop down. You can drop as low as you want on these since we're not loading the spine, and control it all the way down. That is going to be the key here. Control it all the way till you get to the stretch position and then contract hard up. I think I could only do like 12 on one leg. So we're definitely working with heavy loading for the quads here. What you can do to balance out in front of you, I put a towel around my Stairmaster to balance. You can do this anywhere though. If you have any railing available, railing at your apartment, a patio with posts set up, if you have a playground around your apartment, you have anything that you can loop onto like that, it's very, very doable for you to do. Now, that's a good body weight one. If that is just way too much loading for you, you can also do the other alteration is do a Bulgarian split squat. So just put your foot back on a bench or a chair, keep your other foot, working foot out in front of you. Just want to, again, load the heel and the outside of the foot and just do split squats that way. You can also put a band under your heel and choke up on the band and get some extra tension if you need something kind of more in the intermediate. For this exercise, we're going to do 3 sets. 3 sets will wreck you. All right, 3 sets all out. That's the key here. If we want to hold muscle and maintain it, we need to give a good stimulus, and those are those reps that are getting close to failure. So you need to push yourself. So for these 3 sets, you're gonna get as many reps as you can on the first set and do the same thing on the second and third. So your reps are gonna drop down with the subsequent sets. So that's our first compound quad dominant movement. We're gonna move into a little bit of isolation work now for quads. And what I'm gonna do first is a sissy squat, which is another very, very challenging movement. You can do your same setup that you have using your towel out in front of you, and what you're going to do is from a standing position, contract your glutes hard, contract the hams hard. I want full hip extension, and then flex at the knee. So you're only bending the knee and going up onto the toes and going all the way down to full knee flexion. I want your calves to your hams if you're flexibly able to do that. If you need to modify it a little bit, bend the hips a little bit as you need. Then you're going to just return back to standing position without letting your hips fold. This will be a very, very quad dominant movement, and also get your rectus femoris involved, so that like upper piece of the quad. Like I said, towel out in front of you, you can do it that way. If that movement is too much for you, we can also do a single leg banded extension. So you can take any chair you have at home, attach the band to something low behind you. I went outside of my front entrance to my home and attached it to the railing and ran underneath my chair and just wrapped it around my foot and did leg extensions that way. Do 30 reps, burn the piss out of them. Make it really, really challenging. Use a bigger band if you need to. Double the band up if you need to. Don't just use a single loop. Another option, if you don't have anything to attach it to the bottom leg of your couch, or if you have like a really heavy coffee table, you could definitely use that way too. So that's gonna be your quad. And that's also 3 sets on that exercise. So 3 sets of as close as you can get to failure while keeping good form. So on to hamstrings. So for hamstrings, I'm gonna do a Nordic curl. With the Nordic curl, it's just like a glute ham raise. So I'm outside again on my patio. If you have any railing, this will work perfect. Put a towel under your knees and slide your feet under the bottom of the rail to brace and hold you in. If you're really, really strong at these, I'm not. I think my body weight's too high, that's all it is. You can just do them without a band assisted, but also you could take a band and attach it to the top of your railing, pull it over the front of you, and just extend down. If you're more comfortable, like I need to put a hand out to kind of guide myself down and give me a little bit more assistance out of the bottom. You can load the hamstrings really, really well that way. The key here is keeping those hips extended. You don't want to be bending at the hips. You can a little bit if you need some extra assistance and need some middle ground in the exercise. Now, if you don't have a band, you can also do a very similar version of this using a towel curl. So basically, or just a sliding leg curl. So you can get on something like between carpet and tile and just lay completely flat with a towel under your heels. First part of the movement, pull the hips off the ground. Pull your butt off the ground, lock that in. And then you're gonna pull your heels towards your butt, keeping those hips up. It will be the hardest hamstring contraction of your life, I promise. And just rep it out to failure, as many as you can get. A third alteration for this exercise is just a lying single leg band curl. So again, out on my front porch, my neighbors think I'm crazy. You can just attach a band to the railing out in front, lay out far in front of it, and hook the band to the back of your heel, and just perform single leg curls. And that's an easy way to do that alteration if the other ones are too much for you. All right, our 4th exercise for the day. And again, it's gonna be 3 sets on this one as well. We wanna do something for hip extension without knee flexion. So we're gonna work the hamstring in a different way. One way we can do it, just body weight, and it is very, very challenging, is just a hanging hip extension, which you can do it with your back braced on the couch and your knee out in front of you, either on a chair or on a coffee table. I would keep a slight bend in the knee. Don't keep it locked, but you don't want to bend it throughout the movement. You want to lock the spine in that neutral position, and we're going to just drive the hips upward, all the way up to hip extension, and you'll know you have it right when you feel a hard contraction in the hamstrings and the glutes. Control the movement down back to the ground. Again, that won't be very challenging. If you do have bands available, or even dumbbells for that matter, an alteration for this movement could be a single leg RDL. The balancing component is a little bit more on this one, but you can do an RDL, loop the band underneath your heel, and keep that slight bend in the knee, but only rotate at the hips. Choke up on that band if you need to get some extra tension. What I find helpful was keep my foot outside at an angle to help balance myself a little bit more as I'm going down. You could probably go pretty high rep on these, and you probably need a good band tension to do them, but it'll definitely, your hams will be fried after those 2 exercises. The last direct leg work that we're gonna do is adduction. So we wanna fill in those adductors, make the leg look wide from the back and front. You can do these with a single band adduction standing. Attach your band out to a rail, to the couch, to the coffee table, and stand out far and just perform adduction. The other alteration for this movement, if you just want to do body weight, and I know it looks really strange, guys, but it works well, is scoot up close to either a coffee table or a chair, depending on your leg length. And what you're going to do is get in a plank position. and with your like elbow resting on the ground. And we're gonna put, you can put probably like a towel I had up on my coffee table and your knee up on the table. And you're just gonna move the hips up and contract the adductors through adduction that way. Do each leg that way. And you'll load them very, very adequately. And just again, 3 sets on adduction, all reps to failure. Last movement of the day. I promise, I know you're toasted by now. Gonna hit some abs. 2 things of what we can do. We can just do sit-ups. Putting your toes underneath the coffee table or a railing outside. I want this to be really focused and direct on spinal flexion. So my cueing is to reach to the sky. So I have my hands up, reaching right towards the ceiling. Once I get a really hard spinal flexion, come back down and control it to the ground. 4 sets, all right? 4 sets like that. The other alteration is you can go outside, find a post. I had my patio post that I used. Wrap one of your bands around it and grab it from the front. You can adjust the tension by how much you're pulling that band and just go into spinal flexion and rep it out that way. Great way to do it. So this will be our at-home, homegrown program from Animal. I know it will be very, very challenging for you guys. Leave any comments, questions below. I'll be happy to answer them. Again, if you need like extra volume, we can just add a couple more sets and look at to volume tier 2 if you do need that. You will be training legs again in 4 days in this program. So don't add too much volume in your first day because it's going to be legs push pull off day, legs push pull off day, and we'll keep going through it. But all right guys, stay tuned. Push day is next and we'll get it.